Hi, Erin Collins.
Hello, how are you?
Good, great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Campbell, Laney,
Hi, how you going?
good, great. Erin, congratulations, finalist in the 2020 Knowledge Access Leadership Awards.
Thank
The
you.
purpose of this short interview is A, to congratulate you, and B, is perhaps find out an insight or two on what makes a good leader. Are you up for that?
Sure thing.
Fabulous. Well, first of all, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Erin Collins. I am the head of people and culture at Jord International. Basically, I'm in a generalist role. I've been working at Jord for 9 years, and anything that's under the people and culture umbrella comes under my responsibility. So I have a team of 7 reporting to me across different areas across our group. And basically the main function is I partner with the business to make sure that our people and culture initiatives are aligned with our business goals.
Fabulous. Well, thank you for that introduction. We've got Campbell, who's been sponsoring the awards for the last 6 out of the 9 years. And Laney, is this your second time judging, Laney?
Oh, I think it's my third.
Jeepers, how time flies when you're having fun. So I'm going to pass over to Laney, who is one of the judges, and you scored very highly, Erin, finishing in the top 4 of this year truly global leadership awards. Laney, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Congratulations, Erin. Such an awesome achievement. And I know some of the great work you do at Jord. I think what's really interesting is it's a global business, so very matrixed across lots of different countries. I'd just be really keen to understand from your perspective, what are the 2 nuggets from a leadership perspective that allow you as a global organisation to stay nimble?
So I think from my perspective, the 2 things that enable us to stay nimble are making sure that we focus our people and culture initiatives, particularly around our line managers. Particularly in COVID, we've obviously all had to sort of cope with remote working and not being face to face. So what we've made sure from a people and culture perspective is that we've had a really big focus on our line management capability and trying to elevate that and develop that. That's been a really big focus of mine sort of over the past 12 months. And the second thing is also around making sure that we use data to make decisions. So our business has used Culture Amp for the last 3 years to measure employee engagement. And that's making sure that we've got data to make decisions when we're trying to make meaningful change in the business. So, it's all good and well for us to try and make change, but if we don't use the feedback that we're getting from our people, we're not going to see any meaningful change or impact in the business.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. And I know that you've been on your own leadership journey, and I've been lucky enough to be a part of that. So what's one insight, if you look back 3 years ago and what you know now, what's one thing that's really resonated with you as you've gone through this reflective stage of your own leadership development?
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing for me has been identifying what would be my derailing behaviour. So we did we did leadership coaching using LSI through Human Synergistics. It was quite confronting to me to see the way that I show up with my leadership team versus the way that I show up with my direct reports. And it's making sure that I actually keep my emotions in check. So I know that for me, the biggest thing that I need to watch when I'm having interactions is how I manage my emotions. And I really think for me, I've grown massively over the past 3 years. And that's just been the biggest focus for me, is trying to keep myself in check and not let my emotions overtake a interaction or a decision that I might not be 100% comfortable with or agree with.
Yeah. Really awesome.
Thank you, Laney, and thank you, Erin, for disclosing that and your derailer. Much appreciated. Let me pass over to Campbell, who Knowledge Access has been the chief sponsor of these awards for the last 6 years. Campbell, you've got a closing question for Erin.
Thanks, Jamie, and congratulations again, Erin, on your success and achievements.
Thank you.
You mentioned employee engagement as a key topic, and I'm interested to find out if there was one piece of advice you could give to aspiring leaders who want to increase employee engagement. What might that be?
Or do I only have to give one? Can I give 2?
You sure can.
So I think the first thing for me is definitely making sure for you to build employee engagement. I don't think it's just the people and culture responsibility. I think it's line managers, it's everyone's responsibility. Line managers, for me, the biggest thing that I think that they need to do in terms of building employee engagement is making sure that they develop their capability. So partnering with the people and culture teams, but also taking their own time to invest in themselves. So making sure that they're keeping up with best practice of what's going on, reading Harvard Business Reviews, looking at LinkedIn, talking to peers, being a member of different networks. And then the second thing I think is always backing yourself as a leader. I think if we show up in a certain way where we don't seem confident, that's not going to give our people confidence. So I think when we're reporting to people who are really confident in their ability, I think that gives you a sense of comfort. It's that psychological safety. And I think that aligns well with employee engagement. So they're the two things I would say.
Well, fabulous. Thank you very much for that, Erin. We got 2 for the price of 1. And thank you, Campbell. Thank you, Lainey, for judging again this year. We look forward to seeing you all again next year.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, and stop recording.
Well done. Thank you so much, Erin.